tour guide today. Before we begin the tour of Dublin's ponsiest and most established college in Ireland, I just wanted to make sure you observe all of the rules of the campus. Rule number 1 of the Trinity Tours regulations. Access to buildings must not be obstructed. Rule number 2, and this is a very important rule, as there is much wildlife in the area, so we must retain, if you leave a small can, a squirrel could fall into the can and urinate everywhere, and that would just be very unfortunate for the people. And rule number 4, for the safety of all of our elderly residents, and there are quite a few, radios are not allowed to be played on the campus. Thank you very much. We will now begin the tour of Trinity College. Our first stop on this tour of Trinity College is the college's small units. As you can clearly see, a highlighted green. This is what we went for, a nice, promote Mother Nature. And, right here is written all paper. So this is where we dispose of our paper. Actually, I'll give you a quick demonstration. Does anyone have a paper?
I have a bus ticket.
Okay, see clearly, I'm holding the bus ticket. I'm unfolding the bus ticket. That's very important. How did you use this? This thing is like destroyed.
It's been here for a while.
Filled. Sorry, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, you see quite clearly, here's the bus ticket. Let's go bus ticket. And in Trinity College, thank you very much. We do like to promote, how do you say it, a mixture of variety and equality of all races. So you see quite here, we have mixed recyclables. So we like to think that we promote equal opportunity in this college, and those bathrooms do well. We don't do the same. So moving quickly, swiftly onwards. Here now. Nothing to see here. Okay, and now we come to our second stop of the tour. Trinity's seating area. If you like nice wooden carved benches, you can see for 25,000 a pop. This is where all the funding is going at the moment. And our solar compactors that turn 180 degrees. You see blinky light. How the little man is doing the actions of throwing the trash. It's quite like the display I showed you earlier of the paper, all paper, and our mixed recyclables. Now, if you would like to see their primary function, just their primary function is the sitting down of human arses, and secondary functions include, well, often it's only a once a weekend kind of thing, but its secondary functions do provide a place for sexual intercourse and the consumption of underage alcohol. But it's one of Trinity's best features, I think, promotion of freedom, liberty for children everywhere. Now, if you will follow on to the next stop, if you want to take pictures, by the way, exploring, flash like wear away the varnish. Now we come to one of the most important parts of our exhibit today. This is a golden ball. As you can see, it's somewhat tarnished over the years, but as you know, Trinity College does have a long history of child labour. Slaves from Mongolia in their giant slave ships named Angmar and Budapest brought the children over when they were between the ages of 4 and 6, and by the time they were 7 to the age of 10, when all of this Edward was gone, let's be frank. They built this massive building over here, a monument to Trinity College. But when the children weren't working, they were not allowed to play, and this is where we stored our children, in this giant ball. Up to 400 at a time would sleep in this tiny, tiny globe, and up until the same release year as the Spice Girls movie, I don't know if you saw that. It was 97, 98. That's when the last slave child left, aged 11. So some people say, if you look closely, if you would like, you can still see the last hand of the child stretching to get out before he was covered in molten gold. Yes. And also, this was the inspiration for many of the Harry Potter novels. J.K. Rowling wrote herself. She will often tell you in her, like, you know, oh, I came to Trinity College and I just saw this golden globe and thought Quidditch. So she's a wonderful woman, met her myself. Big toes. But anyway, enough about me, let's move on. Now we come to the final stop of our tour today. If you will look over here, the big yellow building, it's quite gaudy. You'll find that that's the pub where students would like to socialise. But we changed all that last year when we passed a bill to say we were allowed to experiment on all students. It's kind of a hidden clause in the contract. But you know, don't worry about that if you're thinking of coming here. It won't be you. It's 1 in 10. But you know, this is where we like to imbue our students with what it is to be Trinity, with a drug that we just kind of slip into their lattes and the mochachinos. And this drug is a ridiculously long name, so I'm just going to like abbreviate it and give you the abbreviation PONC. And
How do you pronounce that?
Ponce, or Ponk, as the French would like to say. So this is where a lot of our students would receive what it is to be Trinity. And well, if we see you in the next, you know, couple of months, if you decide to choose our college, who are you? Yeah, you leave. The kind of people around here. He's one of our test subjects. He likes to see how he walks alone. You know, very strange. And like we can't actually. He's one of the reasons we can't actually bring you over to the test centre at the moment, because there's a little bit of a to-do. Some of the test subjects have found their cricket bats and aren't wearing the right protection. It's fine, we'll just give them another latte. We just calm right down, sleep like babies. Soft skin as well, actually. It's a good side effect of the But that concludes our tour today. So I hope you have enjoyed the college, and I've been here for many years, and I can say it's a good college. You know, you learn much. You learn how to snub others and speak French, even though you don't study it. It's a great college. So we're just going to conclude the tour now, and we'll hope to give you a few gifts. Just on conclusion of all of our Trinity tours, it's actually a tradition for us to you know, impart little gifts to each of you to let you know what it is to be Trinity. Okay, so for each of you, a couple of you here, for yourself, young lady, we have a nice pair of pearl necklaces donated by Tiffany's. I know they specialise in diamonds, but they're quite nice too.
See the hand?
Yeah. And I hope, you know, you can look as fancy as the college. Okay? For our little Mr. Red over here, I just thought I'd give you the scarf because, you know, you look fancy and matches the coat. And here in Trinity, as I said, we like to promote equal opportunity. And how more equal can you get than same coloured clothing? And for Ali, I don't know how I know your name. You look like an Ali, are you? Well, you are now. So I would just like to impart one of the most treasured possessions of the Trinity catalogue this year is its new blazer. So we would just like to, you know, I just have to say you were one of the best people I've ever brought on tour. You were polite. And you were making faces the whole way through. I saw the way you looked at that thing else. Okay? Not friends. So, there you go.
Thank you.
And I usually give out a spot prize. So this year I gave out, I decided a laptop, widescreen, HD. It's a gamer's laptop actually. You know, a bit of the old Fiesta. And so I just thought I'd give it to one of you as a symbol of Trinity. You know, I do go on about this Trinity, and I'm not talking about the Mother, the Father and the Holy Ghost and all that. So I'd just like to, I'll just close my eyes and, you know, happens to disappear.
I'll take that. No, that's fine. No, she wants to like, no. She likes my faces. No! So we're going to take off anyway.
Spirit of Trinity, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.